Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today I have a sort of short speed build video for you today. I'm creating a lounge and it is inspired by sort of cyberpunk and futuristic themes. So I did a little bit of photo research just to get some inspiration. I was trying to find like an interesting shape to do. I do something sort of simple, but I also add with that the elevation constraint cheat, so that way I add like a little bit more of texture and like the bottom to have like the thicker like levels in between and on top. So you will see there's sort of like a little, not, I don't know what to call it, like a little like in the ground thing where there's two stair sets that you have to kind of walk up to go to, but I think it looks fine and it's functional. I tested it, they all got there fine, so don't worry about it. But yeah, this is the exterior, and I do a lot of playing around with the lights and the color of the lights and stuff like that. The main two packs that I use for this build are Into the Future and Late Night. And I also use a little bit of the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack because all of the colors that are in those packs just go really well together. Some of the themes are pretty similar, like Late Night and the Into the Future pack surprisingly have a lot of similar looking furniture in terms of like the aesthetic that they go for. So it kind of just like went really well. Like thankfully I kind of like that there was like multiple options. But yeah, again, here I am doing some of the lights and stuff. I do cut a little bit because it takes a bit to do this, because I kind of put it across the entire border of this entire interior, and the exterior is also lit up. You will see it. I think it looks so good. I was so pleased with how this came out. I was actually pretty proud with what I did. But I do different light colors as well, so it's not just going to be blue. I'll have different like magenta, like cyan, light blue, dark blue, things like that. And I do a lot of like activities and stuff in this because it is a dive bar, so I want there to be fun things for the Sims to do. And I like the lighting here for the bar. I ended up doing that for pink. And oh, sorry, I was changing it to a dive bar there, excuse that. And then I do a sort of open concept on the ceiling part here, so I just want the bathroom of course to have like an actual ceiling, but the rest I leave open. And here I do a little bit of a mix match with these chairs, and I do like a little bit of a blue and purple mix there, so it's kind of like, you know, has a little bit of difference, you know, there's a little bit of variety there. And I use those lights from Late Night. They look really good, and the swatches were pretty similar to the color scheme I was going for, so I barely changed the colors. Again, I add like the bubble blower station, and I add like a foosball table, but I end up changing the type of foosball table because I use it from the 70s, 80s, and 90s instead. But at first I used the Into the Future one, so you will see me change that. And I use the couches, I think, from Into the Future. They're kind of like the miscellaneous couches and they like do that where they can change shape, and I really love that. And those end tables are actually from Late Night. And it's really funny because they look kind of futuristic, right? Like a futuristic cube. You would think they would go with the Into the Future pack. But like I said, surprisingly, a lot of stuff from the Late Night pack kind of go with the Into the Future theme, which I think is really cool. But I wonder if that was intentional that they did that. And yeah, I add like a radio there, and so it is also like a 2 bar, so you will have I think you'll have 2 bartenders spawn, because it does for me. If you have like NROS, it definitely will, because it, you know, functions that way. But yeah, I add a pool table, and I do turn the lighting from like day to night just to warn you, because it will randomly change from time to time, so I can test it because I wanted to see what it looked like at nighttime. But here, okay, so I do like these lights and stuff. Those move in live mode. So or live mode. I don't know. What do I usually say? I feel like I keep changing it like on and off. But yeah, so here you'll see I change it because I want to test the colors, and I think it looks really awesome. I tried to align the entire edge of like the entire building with it. Some parts wouldn't let me, but it kind of was okay because it was in parts that it didn't really matter if it was there necessarily. It didn't like mess too much with how it looked. So I go with like the purple and the blue. I mix it up a bit on all sides, and I tried to make it look really colorful and fun. And I was trying to go for cyberpunk. I mean, it is futuristic looking in my opinion, very modern, but I don't know if it's really cyberpunk, because I feel like cyberpunk is a bit more gritty. If you've ever seen like the style of cyberpunk in video games or movies, sometimes it's meant to be sort of like, I don't know, like post-apocalyptic, but like society's functioning and things are very like high tech and stuff, right? So I don't know if I fully captured that idea, but I definitely got like this sort of like futuristic sort of vibe, and I really like it. and I think it's really fun, and this is different from the builds I've usually shown on my channel, so I was excited to do this one. And I don't use the stuff from Into the Future as much as I would like, so I was glad I got to do that. And yeah, I add the karaoke machine here, and I do change, you'll see in just a moment, the hallway thing here where the stairs are, it turns into a room, so that way there's a barrier between the outside world and going into the building, because there was like an open thing there. So I do change that, you will see. And then this is just like the parking garage. I think there's like 3 car spaces, and I put a bunch of like bike racks and stuff like that. And I just want there to be some stuff on the outside, you know. But yeah, this is that. I have the bubble blower station in the corner. Like I said, all this is play tested, so everything you see here, even if it's in like a tight corner, it does function. And it worked fine. And I had a couple, like quite a few Sims. You'll see in the photos if you watch at the end, there were quite a few Sims who were here because they were like here to enjoy it once it opened. And everyone was able to dance around, move freely, play games, play pool, watch TV, grab drinks, stuff like that. Like use a bubble blower station, and it worked really well. So I was very pleased with the layout, and I do add like those windows and stuff to kind of make it see-through and cool, and you know, kind of like, you know, you can see everything going on here at night and things like that. But yeah, I really liked how this looked. I liked the theme, and there's not much more that I do. I changed the lighting here, which I think it looks really cool. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. That's all I have to really say. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel if you like more of my content. And if you want to download this, I will provide a link in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and do that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good one wherever you are, and take care. Bye!